What's poppin'? What's poppin'? So your girl came to rant, communicate, conversate, whatever we like to call it. And today we are going to talk about it is easier to run from your problems than to face them. But first, hi. Hello, my name is Lina. Nice to meet you. I go by Lina the Hood Therapist. I'm here to help you heal, thrive, and be a better person. Only if you want to. I'm not going to force you. It is up for you to decide whether you want to heal or to stay the same. Now, back to the topic at hand. It is easier to run than to face your problems. Face the thing that you are going through. Face the thing that is causing you so much stress, so much drama, so much agony, so much pain. It is easier to run from it and not face it, to hide and pretend like it's not there, to pretend like that huge ass elephant is not in the room. But I want you to know eventually you will not be able to run from your problems. It will get so big like an elephant in the room to where you can't even move without it being in your face. You can't even move without bumping into it. You can't even think without it being there. You can't even breathe without it being there. I get it. It is easier to run away than to face the problem at hand, whether it's you going down in the rut or somebody else around you is bringing you down in the rut. It could be a person, place, thing, a job, a friend, a family member, a lover. Shit, it can be your vehicle. It could be your home. It can be your neighbors. It could be the motherfucker that you constantly see at the gas station that you go to every fucking day to get your gas. It could be anything. If you allow it to be a problem and ignore it, it will eventually get to a bigger problem. You keep running and running and running. It is not going to help. It is not going to change the fact that you still have a problem that you need to deal with. You can ghost that problem and try to pretend like that problem never existed. But I promise you, in the back of your mind, that problem is going to be there, making you think about it every second, every minute, every hour of the day. So the question is, are you going to constantly run from that problem, or are you going to face that problem head on? Are you going to tell that problem, I see that you are a problem, so let's sit down and talk about this problem that you have, that we have, so we can get over this problem and build anew, start anew if you want to after you've dealt with the problem. It is up to you to decide whether you want to continue after you fix the problem. But first, you have to fix the problem. Let's say you have a problem with your job. They're constantly calling you, constantly hitting you up. Can you come in? Can you come in? Can you come in? On your days off. And you are just allowing it to happen over and over and over to the point where you probably don't even have a lot of days off because they constantly call you. So the problem is, you keep getting calls from your job. So instead of just being like, we're going to just ignore it. Now them constantly calling you is causing you to be drained, causing you to not even realize that you're probably not even eating correctly because you are constantly going to work, constantly working. Now you're stressed. Your sleeping habits are off. You can't even think properly because you're so engulfed in them constantly calling you, draining you, using you, taking over your life. Now you have to face the problem. Hey, I get it that you need me or need somebody to come in, but you need to stop calling me. And not only that, I myself have to stop saying yes when you call me because I have a life as well and I get it. Money, it's money, it's money. And I'm working and I'm working and I'm making money, but at what cost? This is a problem for me because at what cost am I giving you? You're making money. You have that slot filled. Cool. It's not hurting you, but it's hurting me because it's hurting my sleep schedule. It is hurting my mindset. It is hurting my eating habits. It is hurting me mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So that's my problem. And the problem is I need to stop saying yes. The problem is I need to stop constantly going into work when you call and say you need my help. Even if you try to guilt trip me into coming in, well, we don't have nobody else. Find somebody else to do it. There are managers for a reason. There are supervisors for a reason. I am not the only one that is out there that works for you guys. Okay, now let's talk about a friendship. There's this friend constantly calling you, let's go party, let's do this, yeah, or constantly calling you about their fucking relationship problems. Oh, this bitch did this and did that and da. Or they constantly call you about talking shit about somebody. Oh yeah, this raggedy bitch da. Or they're like, man, you know what, I'm constantly putting on burdens. And it's not even a problem at first. It's not even a problem at first, especially when it's your friend. You're like, oh, it's just my friend. Gossiping. But they're constantly gossiping and gossiping and gossiping and gossiping and gossiping, constantly calling you and putting all that negative energy in you. Oh yeah, this bitch, that bitch, this bitch, that bitch, this, that, this. You get to the point where like all you do is call me and talk about some negative shit, bitch. When can you call me and ask me about some positive stuff? When can you call me and ask me about my life? Let's sit here and put the problem at hand. The problem is you constantly call me and you only call me about your life and you only call me about your problems and you only call me about your situations. When do you ever call me about me? When do you ever call me to check on me? When do you ever call me to talk about something positive? Never? Okay, we need to fix that. I don't want you to talk about this anymore. Set up boundaries. I don't want you to talk about this with me anymore. I'm tired of hearing that, so stop talking about that. If they don't listen and they keep bringing that up, well, I know you didn't want me to talk about this, but, and then they try to slide that bitch in, that's when you be like, hold up, wait a minute. Sorry, a little thing was flying around. Hold up, wait a minute. I just said don't do that, and you trying to break my boundaries? You trying to cross my boundaries, step over my boundaries when I literally just told you not to do that shit? Okay, let me make a bigger boundary for you. Don't call me at all unless you need me for something serious. And then they call you, yeah, I know you not told me not to call you for something unless it's something serious, but this is serious. This bitch, and start talking about the same shit again. And then so you get to the point where the problem is this bitch thinks she can constantly step over your boundaries. So let's make a bigger boundary. Don't call me at all, bitch. Block. Let's see how that works. Let me not be your ear anymore. Let me stop picking up your phone. Let me stop answering your calls. Let me stop texting you back so you can see that I'm tired of you coming to me for your negative shit. Bitch, I'm not your therapist. Yes, I'm your friend, but I'm not your therapist. Get that in your mind. There's two different things. I'm your friend. Y'all hear you every once in a while. But it's vice versa. You gotta talk to me. You gotta see how I'm doing. You gotta see how I'm rocking. Compared to a therapist, they listen to all your problems, all your bullshit, and they get paid for it. I'm not getting paid because I'm your friend. They get paid because they're not your friend. They are here to listen to you and hear you and tell you, so why didn't you do this? And how did you do this? How did you feel? Exactly. I'm not your therapist. I'm your friend. So since you want me to be your therapist, don't call me unless you got some money to put in my motherfucking pocket, bitch. Okay? And then let's do a lover or a family member or whatever. You tell them I love you, I appreciate you, this and the third, and they like, oh yeah, I love you too, but then they go around doing some shit that you don't like, that disrespects you, and you just let it slide, letting that red flag slide. But then the red flag gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. You have to put your foot down. I get it is easier to run away from the problem, pretend like that problem's not there, like you don't see that motherfucker. But it will get worse if you do not put your foot down and put that problem right in your face and figure it out. Work through the problem. Because eventually that problem will get so big that it starts to suffocate you, destroy you, to the point where there's probably no return. So I'm telling you, yes, it is easier to run away from your problems, but don't. Because in the long run, that problem that was so small that all you had to do was do a little tweaking, get so big to where all you can do is dead it. Kill it off. Cut it cold turkey. And it's going to hurt way worse doing that than to just figure out the problem when it's small. So it's up to you to decide, are you going to keep running from that problem, that situation, that thing that's causing you stress and drama and all that? Or are you going to face it head on and be like, let's go. Let's get it over with so we can get it done, so we can go on and move on with our lives. Focus on what we need to focus on and let this problem go. It is up to you to decide what you would rather do. It is all up to you. But that is about it, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my channel for more content like this. I am here giving messages to help you heal, not the surface level, but the level inside your soul, your spirit.